All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Recovery Real Talk. My name is Angelica Matias Rodriguez, and I have here, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Cearra McDermott.
All right, so give me a little background about yourself.
I was born and raised in Eureka, California. I don't know. I don't know. What's a little background? But work as a carpenter. God, I'm so bad at this. I'm getting so nervous.
Where do you work? What do you do for a living?
I work at Mercer Fraser, which is a concrete plant thing, construction. It's construction. It's heavy highway construction.
Oh, yeah. So you're a laborer.
No, I am a carpenter.
Well, but you do hard
Yes,
manual
I do
labor,
hard
right?
manual labor, yes.
Nice. Are you the only woman on your crew?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is one other operator in our company, and I'm also in the union, so that's I don't know, different than just a regular little carpenter person. I don't build houses. It's heavy highway. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Where'd you go to school?
St. Bernard's.
Nice.
Which is a private Catholic school. Just through high school. And then before that, it was just regular middle school, public middle school.
What was it like from going public school to private school? Especially at that weird teenage age.
Yeah, I preferred it because I like smaller class sizes and I like smaller schools. It was really worked well for my, I don't know, learning.
Yeah, I'm a visual
ways.
learner, so I have to watch shows, watch someone do something, like a math problem or something.
Okay.
So I would not have succeeded in a class where I would say
30 or 40s.
Yeah, I've known Cearra for a long time. I just have to ask these questions because you guys don't know her. But I can't learn in that kind of big setting. So I struggled in college, a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to study, and I didn't even know that was a thing.
Learning how to study?
I didn't know you had to learn how to study until I got into college, and I was like, oh my God, I can't. I don't know what I'm doing.
Anything, yeah.
I don't know how to do this. I did best with flashcards. That was the only study method I learned. And I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I dropped out.
Okay.
I dropped out pretty fast. It was 2 years, but I never got my...
I got my AA. I'm so sorry if this sounds gross on the mic, guys.
No, we're yeah, let's eat pizza. That sounds so good.
Yeah, we had this idea. Let's eat dinner and talk about this. So I'm so sorry if you're grossed out by chewing and you can hear me chewing.
Or maybe somebody's kink. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You really
People
like
weird. So I don't really know where. So you grew up. I know your parents were divorced.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when they got divorced?
I was 2. When they got
little.
divorced. Yeah. So they've been separated my whole life. And I don't have no real memories of them ever living together.
Mm-hmm.
And they just weren't meant for each other. And yeah, I liked it. I liked the whole separation. But my favorite Christmas memory was when my dad crashed at my mom's house for the whole 2 weeks I was off school because his girlfriend was her ex-girlfriend was being crazy. And so he was kind of hiding from her at my mom's house.
Oh my God.
But that was my favorite Christmas memory.
How old were you?
I was probably 10, maybe 9 or 10.
You're best Christmas ever.
Yeah, it's Aisha's mom.
Dad's girlfriend's crashing out.
Looking
for him. He's on the loose.
Well, it was crazy because it was I don't know. It was she had threatened to kill him and then kill herself. And
murder suicide.
Yeah,
typical.
And he the cops were called, but he refused to send her to the loony bin, because you can 5150 someone if they threaten your life.
If they meet the criteria, yeah.
And she did, but he wouldn't tell. He was no, not the loony bin.
Maybe she would have liked it. It's like a vacation.
It's just some grippy socks.
Yeah,
just some grippy socks and new friends.
I feel when people think about the loony bin, they think about an asylum, but it's actually not really. I've never been.
I've been to summer environments. It's not
it's not
great.
I've been there to visit someone, but I've never been
it's
there
not
to
nice. I don't know.
I thought it was nice.
I just had like a little spin the
Well, I don't
night.
have anything to like compare it to. So I guess however it looks is the way it looks.
No. It's like a regular like office or like medical doctor's office kind of. At least the room I slept in, it was like there was one room where like they keep kids, like anybody under 18, or sometimes like young women, I'm assuming because I was over 18 when I went there. Um and it's just like I had my own little like padded room, but like there's the door and then there's like 6 other people sleeping in like one area,
Mm-hmm.
like being watched by the people.
Like
the staff.
Suicide watch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I
Nice.
think the other people in there aren't suicide watch. They're just like also crazy. So that, I don't know. It was like a 24-hour hold. It wasn't anything like wild, but
So you weren't like in a 72-hour mandatory hold?
no, it was only 24 hours.
Oh, good for you. I'm glad that. I love that for you.
Me too.
I know that we're going to talk about you having a parent that had a substance abuse issue. We're going to talk about your mom, but I don't think I know this about you, but did your dad ever have any kind of substance abuse issue, or is it just primarily
Well, he
your
was an
mom?
alcoholic for like, I mean, he's still an alcoholic, but he's just recovered. But he was a heavy like redneck construction type of guy, like would drink at work and like
Yeah.
go to the bars with his buddies after work and that kind of dude. So like he was a heavy drinker. And like he was always drinking, but it wasn't to like the effect where like he wasn't showing up to work or like he was a what is it
A
called?
functioning
Yeah,
alcoholic.
thank you.
Yeah.
That. And so once my sister passed, he stopped drinking. And then my mom kind of went opposite. So he kind of got sober. Like he's California sober, so he smokes weed and like will eat an occasional mushroom, but he's not like I don't know. And he never went to like AA or he never went to any of that stuff.
He just did it on his own?
It was just the one, yeah. As soon as Hannah died, he never touched drink again. And he has had like little slip ups where like I think I had some like clarities in our ice chest for work. And he like went back there and grabbed one. And he was like drinking it. He's like, well, this is so good. What is this? And he's like, oh, fuck, this is alcohol. So like, but it doesn't like, I don't know. I don't really think he struggles with it because he like, sorry. He'll go to the bars with me and like we'll go do like festivals and stuff together and like people are getting super drunk there all the time and he doesn't, and at family events we all are drinkers, so I don't know
I don't remember your dad.
because we didn't hang out.
No, I do. Shut
Like,
up.
no, not me and you, but we didn't
No,
hang out at my dad's house, you
okay,
know,
I was like,
because
what are you talking
he was
about?
married to Heidi. Remember Heidi was like that crazy
Oh.
like stepmom.
Yeah, we primarily hung out at your mom's, but they only lived like a block away from each other if you think about it.
It
Like,
was only like 5-minute walk.
yeah, it wasn't very far. That's crazy because I didn't really meet your dad until later on after Hannah had passed away, and I think that's because he got more. I mean, I don't think he was with Heidi, and he was probably more involved.
Yeah, well, yeah, because even after Hannah passed, I didn't really live with him because he had
No, you didn't live with
my
him.
stepbrother Bronson there.
Yeah, that's right.
Heidi had come back in the picture for a little bit after because they had separated, and then Hannah died, and then she came back in the picture a little bit.
So growing up, your dad had always been an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So what was your childhood like growing up with an alcoholic?
I mean, well, and my mom was a drinker too at that point, but like she was like a single mom too, so she was like doing it more responsibly. But she always had a drink after work. But no, I still had a really great childhood. I think about it, and it's like I didn't know they were drunk until I was like 11, 12. I was like, oh, this is what's going on. And then also I had Hannah like nagging at them all the time, like, can't drink and drive. You know, that one.
Yeah.
Like, because my dad would,
You
yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah, definitely don't do that. I don't know. And then my mom got, what was it? It was Mondays and Fridays. She kept calling out at work, like sick from being hungover. Like on Monday, she'd be hungover. On Friday, she'd like want to go do something. So she'd call off. And she's like a nurse. Like you can't be coming in like hungover, like nursing patients. But yeah, I don't know. Both of them definitely had their struggles with booze. I just didn't notice till I was older. And like, I don't know. I guess it didn't really bother me.
It never bothered, even when you like knew. Did you ever think that they were like your dad was an alcoholic when you were like
'cause
12?
family
Or were you just like, oh, he likes
members
to drink?
Well, no, I remember one time my aunt's husband, I was like a 5-year-old, this fucking weirdo. I made fun of his stutter. I didn't even make fun of it. I was 5
Like,
also. I was a 5-year-old child, and I said, "You have a stutter," and he didn't acknowledge me.
You didn't even make fun of him.
Well, and then I repeated myself. I was like, "You have a stutter." He's like, "Yeah, well, your dad's an alcoholic," and I think I was wearing a belly shirt, like, yeah. Well, and like, I was wearing like a belly shirt, and like my tummy was sticking out, and like I was like a chubby little 5-year-old, and he's like, "And maybe girls your size shouldn't wear belly shirts," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I just made fun of I didn't even make fun of his stutter. I was just like, brought attention to it. I was pissed.
I can't believe, I'm so sorry.
Just you.
That's just like
Well, what a mean comeback!
Such a
Like
fucking crazy comeback to say to a 5-year-old. I can't imagine.
Like
saying
maybe
that.
I was 8, but still, I was a kid.
Okay, well, like my niece is 5, and she'll be like, if I say something to my brother, she'll be like, "Don't be mean to my dad," and I'll be like, "That's not even your dad," like joking around, but like that is. But I'll be like, "Oh, I'm just kidding," but that's crazy. Like,
No, he was like actually upset and like really. He wanted to hurt me. He wanted to hurt me where like really
he
hurt.
wanted to hurt your feelings. For a 5-year-old, this is a grown ass man.
It was like
I
my
can't believe
aunt's
you've
husband.
never-
She divorced him. That's her
good,
ex-husband.
I'm glad. Clearly,
Yeah, he had issues.
I'm glad he doesn't have kids. If he doesn't,
Oh God, I hope not.
so he told you.
Your mom's a hoe.
But
Yeah.
you didn't even know what that meant.
No. And I knew that my dad, and I remember like going to the fridge and getting my dad's beers, like, or the ice
That's
chest.
normal.
Yeah, like, and it was totally fine. Like, and then once I started realizing like, this is bad, I'd like nag him a little bit, but like, yeah. So like, there was like some things, and then
man.
I think
Oh my God.
I don't even know if he remembers it or if I like made this up in my memory, but I do remember arguing with my dad one time about his drinking and driving, because I think my mom was like, "Don't ever get in the car," because they're separated. So she was like,
Right.
"Don't ever get in the car if he's been drinking." And I probably did see him drink, and I was like, refuse to get in the car. And I remember
Yeah, I
him
can
like
totally picture you
throwing,
too being like, "No,
I sat
no."
on the ground,
Yeah,
and he had to pick me up and throw my ass in the car. I was like, so
Yeah.
cute.
Against your will, but whatever. So like, when your dad stopped drinking, it's just such a weird opposite effect, because usually when a family member dies, I mean, alcohol
Is
like
a coping
mechanism. Yeah. So I'm surprised he did a flip. But I do remember in high school you being on the phone yelling at your dad about, I think, his drinking. But I didn't meet him till way later, like probably junior year.
Yeah, I don't think I was really on talking terms like that with my dad. I wouldn't yell at him as a teenager.
I don't know who you were
argue.
talking to then. You were talking to someone.
It was probably Jesse. It
Oh
was
yeah.
probably Jesse.
Did you know my mom thought Jesse was your brother
Yeah,
from like
everyone did.
a previous marriage?
I thought he was like my mom's foster kid,
Yeah.
and it was her. Like, I'm 5'2". This man is 5'2", also, and my mom is a big, large, like plus size woman, and he is a 5'2" little dude.
He was so nice he was so
He's
nice.
still so
though.
nice. He's just also now a tweaker.
I haven't seen him. I don't think I would recognize him and I don't think he would
He
recognize
looks the same.
me. Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
same little like big smile.
I haven't seen
and
him.
he's probably all drugged out. I remember the last time my mom was saying that he was like not doing great. I don't know. I would not doing great.
Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
No.
So embarrassing. Yeah, but
When I told
fast forward or back up. What were we just talking
we were
about?
talking about your dad doing the opposite of what we think someone would have did that
Yeah,
we normally do when someone passes away.
yeah. He definitely. Well, and that's the thing. Both of my parents went complete opposite. Because then my mom was like, she was drinking already, and it wasn't like a crazy thing. She was like would abuse it sometimes, but Not really. And then she'd go party. Like, she'd always, I don't know. I feel like my mom, are you laughing about the 5-year-old thing still? You're such a fucking piece of shit.
I know.
That little Sierra was
At
really
least I can
fucking
admit
sad.
it, though. Can you
Dad's
imagine if you were a
alcoholic.
random person I didn't know?
No.
I don't know what I have to go to the bathroom.
Like, let me step out really quick. Sorry. God. Oh, I have pizza on my face. That's cute. Yeah.
Can't look at you.
Don't look at me.
Okay. Let's get with the program.
Yeah.
Go on.
What were you talking about?
Your dad and Hannah passing away?
I thought you were talking about my mom.
Oh, we were talking about your mom. I don't remember.
Oh,
Let's just start over.
Okay, yeah. Like, I think we were talking about the difference, like one parent.
Oh,
one
yeah,
way and
because
the
your
other
mom.
one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, she'd like gone to Reagan on the river and she would like do like weekends and stuff, but she started doing a lot of coke to like be able to take care of Marcelo because he had all the hospital needs and stuff. But she was also using it as like a very like a coping mechanism and like trying to like push away all that pain. And then she ran out of money and coke's expensive. And she had this little weird boyfriend that like we all liked him because like at least he wasn't Jesse. And he was like, meanwhile, Jesse's still living with my mom because he has nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so she starts hooking up with Greg.
Oh, yeah.
It was Greg.
I remember.
He died.
He died?
He died in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, my. In Humboldt?
Yeah. It was that really, really bad one.
The one that the guy that got hit by the car on Broadway, like towards the end of Broadway?
No, it was on 36.
Really? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, no, he died. But yeah, he's the one that got my mom into meth because he would always have it to like treat his ADHD. And I was like, that's crazy because they actually have Adderall, which like I had my little, episode of Adderall and I'm like, that shit is crazy if you are not needing it. Like if you're just doing it to do it. I was so skinny though, 126 pounds.
You were super skinny. I do remember that.
Yeah, and then I gained it all back. Oh. But healthy weight. Healthy weight's good. It's my mom. Speaking of the devil.
Love her.
But yeah, so my mom started doing a lot of coke and then ran out of money and then she's doing meth. And then we were all taking dabs pretty like heavy at that time, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she had like done like meth out of one of those pipes that we would smoke out of.
In high school?
Yeah. I don't know like if like you had done it, but like
I took my first dab with you.
Yeah. Not that one. Don't worry about that.
It wasn't that one.
No,
maybe.
It probably wasn't because she had one that she'd take with her. And then I had one that would stay at the house.
Oh, well, I hope she cleaned it or hid it from us.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Nice thought. Yeah, but a fun little story. And then, yeah, it was crazy because she was keeping it pretty hidden for a while. Like, I knew she was, like, going through it, but...
Yeah, she had I remember when Hannah died, she had a really hard time.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. She just didn't know how to, like, I don't know, be happy. She was crying all the time, which, I mean, that sounds so insensitive. Like, no, I'm not a parent, and I'm not, like, also this affected me, too. So I was like, I don't know.
You were very,
I'm very cold.
Yes, you were very cold about it. I remember thinking, too. Yeah, I know. I remember thinking in high school, like, damn, she's actually taking it, like, really well. And you would say, like, I think it was the first school dance we had after Hannah died.
I wanted to get fucking sushi.
And she wanted sushi, and we were all fighting about where to go to dinner because, in high school, everyone's like, oh, let's go to Bayfront. I didn't want to go to Bayfront. You wanted to go to some place.
It was Kyoto's, and they're closed, and they were the best sushi around.
It was good. And I remember nobody wanted to go there, and we were all sitting there, and Sierra was like, well, my sister's dead, so we have to go there. And everybody just like, okay, all right, yeah, we'll just go there. And it was like things like that, or you'd be like, I don't remember, just, like, little things like that where you'd be, like, very cold.
Well, I would get upset when everyone was like, "She was so sweet and so nice. She was the
Hannah was
kindest
mean.
soul." Yeah, I'm like, "She didn't fucking like you." I'm like, "You don't know who you're talking about because she was scary." Like,
Yeah, I know.
ugh, my biggest bully, but
She was hilarious, though.
yeah. Well, then all I have to say is, that sucks. Like, I don't know. It just like I just feel like bigger things are happening to like people every single day. And it's like we're all gonna have to experience death of a sibling at some point. If you have siblings, if you don't, then sucks to be an only child, I guess. But I just yeah. Like when life happens now, it feels like easier. Like, not that I ever wanted, like, my sister to die, obviously, but the lessons I learned were really, like, valuable, especially, like, in high school when everyone's, like, worried about, like, dress code and, like, the next I don't know what people worry about. What were we worried about in high school? Getting to college.
Getting
Like, don't
not
worry
even
about
just
that
that.
shit. Well, honestly,
Like, it wa things I worried about in high school, waking up on time to get up to smear foundation on my face that didn't even match my skin.
yeah, no, I never did.
Yeah.
Um,
I was worried about what my hair was gonna look like tomorrow, or the outfit that I put together didn't look good, or
yeah,
how
which
I
I still, like
envisioned.
I definitely still did that, but yeah, I stopped wearing bras when I was 16, and I've never had an underwire since. I've never put on underwire, like, on my body since high
Since
school.
we were 16?
Probably, like, maybe I've like corsets or, like, if I'm dressing up or something, but no, I will never wear a bra
I don't
because
wear a bra.
yeah, I don't know, it was just, like, a moment,
I
and I
do
was like, "Why am
okay,
I"
that's a lie. I do and I don't.
yeah, I just couldn't, and, like, when I work out, I'll wear a sports bra, but
Thank
even
you.
at work, I don't wear a bra, and everyone's like, "Sierra, what the fuck?" I'm like, "Ugh."
It's not uncomfortable?
I only have rolled my nipple up in concrete stakes once. Like, I was carrying it like this,
Mm.
and they,
Mhm.
like, rolled back, and they, like,
Ow.
rolled my nipple into them.
Why
It
don't
was
you
awful.
just wear, like, tape? Well, not tape, but, like, that bandage stuff.
Uh, I don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm like,
You do you.
but yeah, I mean, usually I'll wear, like, a tank top, but mm,
So, how come did your dad quit drinking after Hannah died because she was hit by someone that was under the influence? But he wasn't drunk. He was, like, on pills, wasn't he?
mhm. He I think he did it because all the time he lost out on her because of like, because he drank and all the, like I don't know, like, I think, like yeah, because she didn't really like his drinking either. She would, like, get upset with it, and so I think that was, like, I don't know, his a way of honoring her, and, like, he didn't wanna, like, not be present or sober. Also, so when the accident happened, also, my sister died in a car accident, and my nephew was in the car with her, and he had a traumatic brain injury, and it was like he was, like, 7 months in the hospital, I believe.
I went down
Um,
there to go see you one time, and he had just had surgery, and he had his head wrapped.
that is crazy. I do not remember that.
I was passing through Oakland to go see family, and I came to see you because you were missing a lot of school.
Mhm.
And so I hadn't seen you, and I was worried. So I stopped by, and me and my mom had lunch with, I think, you and your mom. And we sat, like, in this courtyard, and
Yeah.
Marcelo was in, like, a wheelchair-looking thing,
Yeah.
like a big wheelchair because he was so little.
Yeah, that's wild. Should I do this over here? That is wild. I don't remember that at all.
You were
But
probably blocking
yeah.
out,
Well, people
like,
will
what
tell
was
me things about
happening.
high school, and I'm like, She did what? That Sierra girl sounds crazy." It's me. I'm Sierra. Um, yeah, no, I don't remember a lot. Sometimes I do. Like, I have good memories, but, like, I also have, like, really intense memories where I'm like, "Ooh, no." But, yeah, I definitely, like I disassociate a lot as, like, a little like, I don't know, I can, like, talk about grief and trauma and all that stuff, and
Right.
it doesn't, like, make me emotional. when I'm talking about it, because people would ask me all the time in high school, like, "What's going on?" Like, blah, 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 and be super, like, careless about it. Like, I remember do you remember that one chick, who asked me how Hannah died? Like, and I was like, "In a car accident." She's like, "But what about her? What did" like,
Oh,
what yeah,
yeah.
like, some weird, like, "What about her
No, she
body?"
was like she asked you, "But how?" And you were like, "She wa died in the car accident." She goes, "I heard she was stuck in the car, is that true?" And you were like, I don't remember what you said, but
I think it
she was,
says,
like,
like
asking super invasive questions, and I was like, "Oh my god, is this bitch serious right now?"
yeah, it was weird. That's a huge reason why I got off social media. Like, I know I just did that, but I'm like, "Ugh." Like, they everyone found out that Hannah died on Facebook. Like, that's how Faith found out. Um,
I found out when Lynn came to our class and told us. I
yeah.
didn't know Hannah had died until they told us.
Yeah. No, Faith well, they made her go on that field trip.
Oh, the marine bio field trip.
Mhm.
'Cause Sean was there too, I think.
Yeah. Well, and then Daisy found out over Facebook too, because one of my cousins, like, posted about it, like, it was, like, my second cousin, like, somebody we don't fucking know and, like, I don't give a shit about, and, like, Hannah maybe did, but I'm like, "You have
I
no
didn't even
right."
know you had cousins.
I have hella cousins.
Oh, right on.
No.
Good for you. I didn't know that that was why you didn't like social media.
Yeah, I think it's, like, a really it's, like, great for connecting, and it's great for, like, I don't know, like, I guess, like, dating for reasons, like, you can see if they're, like, not a murderer, like, if they, like, are a
Oh,
real
like the
person, you know?
pre-stalk before the date, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who is this person?
Yeah, like,
Who are
that's
they friends with?
yeah, that kinda thing.
Okay.
But, no, I hate how just information is so, like, willy-nilly put, and it's like, "Did you ask permission?" And then it's like, I don't know, I also was being such a hater, and I was like, "Why am I so hateful?" So, I got off social media, but, yeah,
Wow.
I was being really hateful.
That happens.
Yeah, well, everyone was being stupid, and now I don't see them, and now I just watch stupid little TikToks.
That's okay.
No.
How did your mom's meth addiction affect you? Because you lived primarily with your mom.
Yeah. It was it was super annoying. No, it was super annoying, just in, like she wasn't there because she was watching Marcella, but when she was there, it was like a Samantha show. Like, it was very much, "How is she feeling today?" And then also, like, she'd want to, like, hang out a lot, obviously, 'cause,
Right.
like, I'm her daughter. Um But also I was, like she wouldn't stop talking, and she still kinda has this problem sometimes, like, we can't just sit and be with each other, like, she always has to be talking, and, especially with meth, like, you're obviously talking way
Yeah, it's
more.
an upper.
Yeah, and, like, I like talking, but sometimes I'm like, "Hey, lady, I just came home from school, and, like, you've been unemployed for, like, a year now, because she just never went back into work, like
Yeah, I do remember that.
'cause she couldn't. She's like, "I don't know, like, how I'm supposed to do this." I'm like everybody else. Well, that was
But
my
she
whole
was
thing.
also taking care of Marcelo, so, I mean, it must have been hard to, like,
Yeah,
maintain a job if she was in Oakland all the time at the hospital.
she everyone else
Oh,
went back to work.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
Yeah. But
because she was Marcelo's primary, like, caretaker, right? Kind
yeah,
of?
well, Nico, like, was growing weed at the time, so he, like, had to be with the plants and blah, blah, blah.
To
But
water him and
well, and Nico's mom was there too.
that's right.
Yeah, they had multiple, like, ways of helping. She just
She
yeah,
didn't work for a really long time after.
she didn't start working until, like, I'm gonna say 4 years ago, but it might be closer to 3. Her
I
recovery
know it's kind
is
of quote
really,
unquote.
like yeah, her recovery is really, like, annoying to me because she got off meth, and, like so when she told me, it was after the Costa Rica trip, and I'd come home at, like, 4 in the morning or something, and, like, I was all jet lagged, and we ended up talking all night, like, all night. It was such a great conversation. She was, like it was, like, one of I, like, really missed her. It was, like, the first time where I, like, actually, like, really, really missed her. 'Cause she was always around, which
Right.
or she was with Marcel.
She was, like, around a lot.
Yeah, and so it was just like, I don't know, and she had nothing to do but grieve, and she just kind of let it consume her, and so,
Yeah.
yeah. But, she told me that she was on meth after we came home from Costa Rica, we stayed up and talked,
That was senior
and then
year.
I literally I went to school the next day. I was like, "Well, gotta go to school."
You were pretty cold about that too, like, when we would talk about it. Like, do you think that's just the way you cope?
Yeah, because 'cause I'll cry about it later. Um, but I also was, really annoyed with everyone's pity eyes all the time. There's stupid little who listens to this podcast?
Like, people from high school?
Yeah.
Just Ethan, I think.
Okay, Emily's Denny's has the worst fucking, her eyes when you tell her when I saw her at this wedding, I was like, "There's those fucking eyes," where she was just like, "Hmm,
Sierra,
oh, you poor
we're not making fun of
thing."
you.
Yeah, and it's just sorry, Emily, nothing against you personally, sorry. If you listen to this, I don't fucking know. Anyways, but yeah, it's just I don't know, when you deal with something, think the way everyone felt bad for Tita when her dad died.
Right.
Like,
I remember that.
and she's such a strong, badass, person.
You wouldn't have even known.
Yeah. But, everyone then she wasn't this strong person anymore, and she still was, but, it was, "Oh, poor Tita."
Like, their
Yeah, it's just they pity you. They feel so bad for you, and I'm like, "You're gonna" I wanted to yell at people, "Your siblings are gonna die one day too." I am not the only person in the universe that will feel like this,
I
and
remember when Hannah died, not too long after someone I don't know remember who it was, someone's grandparent died, and I was like, "Oh, their grandparent died," and you were like I remember you sitting in your desk and you're like, "So what? The old people are meant to die," and I was like,
I still kinda feel that way, but
"Oh,"
I
you're
will
like,
be
"That's
sad.
expected. What did you think was gonna happen?" And I was like,
Yeah, no,
"I don't know.
I pop off
It's not
sometimes.
my grandparent that, passed away. I don't know. I'm just saying she's sad." And you're like, "My sister's dead." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. I
I
may
was
have thrown
like
it in people's face a little bit too hard, but also,
I never actually felt like you threw sometimes I'd be like, "Oh, she's back at it again." But I didn't I was just like, "Whatever, just let her do whatever she wants."
yeah, and I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very much did. I was like, "You guys can't tell me anything."
Can't tell me nothing.
No, I'm still kinda like that. I'm like,
But Hannah died our,
junior year."
she died junior year? Why did
Mhm.
I feel like it was so much sooner?
Mm,
Because when you're saying your mom told you she was addicted to meth when we got back from Costa Rica, that was, towards the end of our senior year because we got
yeah.
back in, April. But you were in Costa Rica for, a month.
I was there for 18 days.
That's still a really long time. I think everyone else was only there, what, 10
9.
days?
Yeah, I think
9
it
days or
was 9
something?
days with the school, 9 days by ourselves.
Dude, I got severely dehydrated in Costa Rica.
Why? Why
I
did you not drink water?
I don't know, I don't know. I remember being in Costa that was the first time I ever in my life ever had a sunburn. Probably the only time and first time I ever had a sunburn. And everybody
Everyone's sunburns were so fucking gnarly.
and I remember you guys telling me, "Oh, you're gonna need to bring sunscreen. You're gonna need to bring sunscreen." And I was like, "No, I don't burn. I've never burned. I'm not gonna burn." And I think it was actually Emily Denny. She was like, "It's a different kind of sun."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, it's not. Whatever." Dude, I got there. I didn't know what a sunburn felt like. And then we went to the beach. It was when we went to the beach.
It was on my birthday. We went
Yeah.
to Playa
We went to
something.
I don't remember what it was
Obviously,
called.
Playa. I'm fucking.
Okay.
So embarrassing.
And we were all tanning. And I came home. We came back to wherever we were staying at.
Mhm.
And I took a shower. Oh my gosh, dude. I've never felt something. I was like, the water hit my back and I was like, ugh. And I was like, what the? I was like, what the? I was like, what? Why does my back hurt? And it was all just everywhere. And I was trying to take a shower.
You
And I
remember
was
how we
in
would throw
pain.
fits about who to stay with that night, who we had a room with? There was so much debate every time.
Yeah.
And it was so annoying. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because the teachers thought you guys told one of the teachers that I slept with one of the guys from the other school. And it wasn't even me. It was you.
I didn't tell.
Yeah, somebody told Miss Pope that it was me, and someone it was you, you bitch. I know it was. It was you.
No, it was
And
me
they
and
were
Faith
all
that slept with the guys.
I know, but they
Oh,
were
okay.
all like being weird towards me, and I was like, why are these teachers being weird towards me? Why are they being weird about where I'm going and who I'm hanging out with? And I couldn't figure out why until you told me, and you were like, oh, it's because someone told Miss Pope or something that it was you and Lexi Lewis that slept with those guys from the other school. And I was like, well, I was like, why would you tell her that? And you're like, because they all know it was me. So I had to like
I don't remember
tell
that
them.
either.
Yeah, dude. And I was
I don't think I told
pissed.
them though.
I don't know
That
who
doesn't seem like it was me.
someone made it up and said it was me.
Well, at least nobody was looking
And
at
it
me.
wasn't. And oh my God, dude, I was so pissed because I was like, I wouldn't do that. So
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
what? So yeah, I remember that trip because that's why we were fighting about who just wanted to sleep in whose room because you
we were
guys
fighting
snuck
because we
out.
got. Yeah, because it was my birthday.
Okay.
Also, what do you expect? A bunch of high schoolers
was
like
yeah.
all in a different country not gonna sneak out? Okay.
I drank a beer when we weren't supposed to. You snuck out. I was like, oh, I drank a beer.
I puked off a Four Loko.
Where'd you get a Four Loko in Costa Rica?
I don't know. The store.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they had them there.
Wow. I didn't even pay
I
that
was like
close
trying to drink mine
attention.
fast and I like hit my tummy wrong and it made me projectile vomit. Emily Downey saw it.
She saw everything. Do you remember when I hit her car?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
my God. Okay, we're getting like super off topic. I'm sorry. So back to your mom's meth addiction. It's not, yeah.
It's not funny,
it's
but
not funny. But anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about. So you just went to school the next day like nothing happened. How did you actually like deal with it? Because you were living
I called
there.
my grandparents. I called her parents on her.
Her parents? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I slowly started to tell the people around me because also it was Sandra's baby shower. And my mom was supposed to go, but she couldn't because she was like withdrawing.
Oh, yeah.
Because she had thrown, so like before I came home, she had thrown her or like flushed her toilet or flushed her mess down the toilet because she thought there was cops outside her door. She was having paranoia and the auditory hallucinations. Like she lost her shit. And Faith knew. Faith knew she was on meth and like tried to tell me before. And I was like, no, she's just like grieving really hard. It's just grief. People act that weird when they're grieving. You don't know, but yeah, I was just in complete denial. And then, because also like my mom was dealing with like the death of Hannah. Her best friend had slept with my dad.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah,
and then they dated.
Yeah, they dated for a while.
For a while.
No, she's married, and she's still my mom's best friend.
No, I just remember them dating for a long time though.
I think I drank all that. Oh no, they're still. That's like such a cool little water cup. I know I chugged my water. Yeah. So I'm so getting off topic.
You called her parents on her.
Called her parents on her, and I tried to like get her to eat because she had lost like 80 pounds during that whole entire time. Like and it wasn't even a full year she was on meth. It was like only like 6 months or something crazy like that. Like it wasn't even a full, maybe it was like 9 months.
It was just a phase.
Yeah. It was just like a little hiccup. Well, and then she did relapse. Like she had moved. So I called her parents on her. Let me focus. I called her parents on her. She lived with them. She moved out. Like, cause she was getting evicted from that house. And so I had to move in with my dad.
I remember that.
And I think I was living with Jared too.
You were like going back and forth because I remember you would stay at Jared's and his mom would like text you and stuff.
Yeah. And then I would stay at Cass's too. My sister's friend. I would stay at her house sometimes.
The girl with the daycare, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like staying at all theirs like houses because my dad had my stepmom son, my stepbrother Bronson, living with her still, and he had kind of lost his like mind a little bit.
I do remember he
got weird.
Yeah, he
got weird, and he started getting like we used to sleep on the couch together, like in a obviously like a sibling way, like we just pass out, and like it was never anything weird. And then he started making comments when I'd like wear shorts around the house and like weird things like that. So I just wasn't comfortable staying there. until he was fully moved out. And my dad's not gonna kick out a kid, so and yeah, I
You were
just didn't
kinda
live there.
bouncing around a little bit.
I was. Well, I just felt like there was no room at my dad's for me at the time. I was like, this seems like, and also I just wanted him to like feel better. Like, I don't know, both my parents, I was just like, anything so you don't cry. And then um it was just easier to like kind of like do my own thing, which sounds terrible, but I'd like I don't know, I was exhausted at that point too. After my mom was like out in the open with her mouth, I was like, I am so done with your guys' bullshit. Because yeah, it was like parenting the parents, which is never like super fun thing.
Especially, like, in high school, that's, like, a point in life where you kinda need your parents.
Yeah, to like help you, I don't know, to guide you. I had no guidance.
Yeah, I had guidance, but my mom worked a lot because
Mhm.
my parents were separated, and I primarily chose to live with my mom because I knew she wasn't gonna be home a lot and I could do whatever I wanted,
Mhm.
and my dad was, like, super strict. I mean, you've met my dad.
Yeah,
He
he was
was
a dick.
super strict.
Sorry. Sorry, Angelica.
He was just super strict, wouldn't let me do anything, go anywhere, so it was like I knew that I would have way more freedom with my mom, so I chose to live with my mom, but she was always working, and I
Yeah.
was alone a lot, so
Well, and it
I
just kind of works out. And
yeah.
yeah. And like I had faith, um, who was like always around,
Yeah, you
but
guys were 2 peas in a pod.
well, she had a car. We were really good friends, but it was very convenient having like not a driver's license.
Yeah, you didn't get your license until, like, years later,
Till I was
like,
18. I waited till I was
I feel
18.
like you weren't driving around.
I didn't get a car till I was like
Oh, that maybe that's it.
20, 19 or 20. It was only like, it wasn't too
I
far.
don't remember you having a car when I left, and I was, like, 21 when I moved away.
You're wrong.
Okay,
Uh,
fair
because
enough.
I had a car when I was working at Cearra when they lived in Rio Dell.
But I picked you up from the daycare, like,
Yeah, but I had a car in Rio Dell.
you just didn't drive it.
No, I did.
Then why was I picking you up at the daycare?
Probably that was before Rio Dell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember that me and Riker would drive all the way from Eureka to Rio Dell to go hang out
Yeah,
at your guys' apartment.
I know. Because I think, was I like the first one with the, no, Riker had his little house.
Yeah.
Was I the first one with an apartment?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Like in
So
town?
long ago. Everybody moved away, and we're getting off
Yeah,
topic again.
I know. Fuck, yeah.
Anyway,
So meth.
back to your mom's meth.
Yeah, shoot, where was I? Um, Called her parents on her. She moved to Reading
We're
for like a
still
year.
at call your parents.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
I know, we're so bad. She started living over there, but still jobless. She doesn't have a car at this
In
time.
Reading?
Yeah, because that's where her parents live,
Okay, right.
or my grandparents. And she's just like, and she's going to like they didn't put her in rehab, which I don't really understand why nobody put her in rehab. I was like, she needs to go, and she didn't want to go. She didn't want on her record, like some weird high paranoia like thing. And she's like, oh, they'll revoke my nursing license and blah blah blah. Totally not true. And so she like got clean and sober over there, and then she tried to move back, and she did end up relapsing with that boyfriend Greg. And me and Sandra actually stalked her and found her because she wasn't picking up, and it was super weird. And she'd do these things, like I remember like I would call her like 17 times in a row because like I also have PTSD at this time. Like when people don't answer their phone, sometimes I automatically think they're dead. And so like my mom would never answer her phone when she would be sleeping because she'd like stay up for 2 days and then like
Right, and
knock the
crash
fuck
out.
out. Yeah. And so I'd call her and call her and call her. And I was like, oh my God, in my head, like I am like full blown. I didn't know they were panic attacks at the time, but like full blown hyperventilating, like cannot calm down, like acting like a fucking fool. And like she wouldn't pick up. I'd send her like text and text and text, and she's like, what are you acting so dramatic? I'm like, because my sister died and she also didn't pick up her phone. And like, I don't know, she was very like gaslighty at that time too. She'd
Yeah,
be like,
manipulative.
yeah, she's like, no. Well, even Jessie found meth in her purse, and like she convinced us it was all coke. I was like, AA. Like, I didn't know I wasn't doing that stuff. So, and it was like all, I don't know, it was like all small little like, it wasn't a lot. It was just a little.
Well, you didn't really know what it was,
Yeah.
what it looked like.
Yeah. Which I still don't even know what like meth looks like. Oh, maybe I do.
I do, because I mean, I work around it.
Yeah.
But
I was just thinking about, and anyways, I don't want to get
I
off
think I
subject.
Googled it one time when I was like young, because I was like, well, I wonder what it looks like. And I looked up like crystal meth, like on Google, like on the computer. And it was like rocks. And I was like, cool.
Cool.
And that was it.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks like crystals, but bad ones. But yeah, so
Where'd you guys find her when you stalked her?
At Greg's apartment.
So did you guys know that
We didn't
he
know.
was the one that got her on meth?
Oh yeah, she told us.
She told you. So
Yeah.
when you guys saw her
She
there,
was
were you
honest.
thinking?
Oh, we were very like, how the fuck could you do this? Like, it
You
was
guys knew
dramatic.
she relapsed then.
Yeah. And then she like still wouldn't get a job. She moves back to Humboldt, or goes back to Reading and then moves back to Humboldt. She's like living with friends and stuff. Cause like I don't know. Like, she had so many people helping her out and like so many people in her corner that like, and I was like, why would you let this woman do this? Like, I would never let anybody with this track record like stay at my fucking house. But people just feel bad for her, and she like uses how bad they feel for her, or used to. She's like really healthy now, in like all ways besides like, anyways.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, but yeah. So she moved back. She broke up with Greg. Like, her and Greg weren't talking anymore. She relapsed, got sober again, moved back to Humboldt. And then from there, she struggled with alcohol. It was like there was no meth, but it was like this, and also not getting a fucking job. Like, she just wouldn't work. She wouldn't, and she was going to therapy. Like, she just stopped going to her therapist. And she'll go in, like, she went in for the 10-year anniversary of Hannah's death this year, but she hasn't, like, she doesn't need it every week like she used to. And they've been together for like 8 years. So he's like, I think we're good. Oh, do you want one of these?
Oh, I forgot we had those.
I know.
Sure. It might be too sweet for me, but
I
don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but it was delicious. Ooh, ooh, what did she do?
Bing, bang, walla bella, bing, bang.
Ooh, ooh,
Okay.
Yeah, so she sushi. Anyways, fuck. What was I saying? Oh, alcohol. There we go.
Yes.
So she started just like, also when alcohol's a depressant, obviously. You don't like them. They're better when they're like really hot.
They're not very good.
I know. I'm so sorry.
I don't really have much of a sweet tooth though. So it's okay.
Fucking weird.
I'll deal with it later.
Yeah, but she started drinking a lot, not having a job, and like she got into a physical fight with Sandra at one point. Like, and like she just started like, she would drink and she'd get all weird. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't really like my mom when she drinks. She annoys me.
There's just people that shouldn't drink.
Well, and like the one time, like, because I don't drink and drive, I will always like either walk home or get a taxi or what's the other one? Uber. Or I just have a DD. Because a lot of my friends know that I take it serious.
No.
Will I DD? No. But I will beg someone to do it. But yeah, so she also wouldn't drive at this time because she didn't have a car. And like she could drive, but she was really bad at it because she hadn't been doing it for so long. She was like really scared. And so she was just like becoming more and more like dependent on others. And then she drank this mushroom tea with my grandma Sue, like one of my grandpa's girlfriends. Like my grandpa had tons of girlfriends. They were all my grandmas, so I have a lot of like, random grandmas.
All right.
Grandpa was a hoe. Yeah, but she drank this mushroom tea with my grandma Sue and my Aunt Alyssa. Also, like my Aunt Alyssa is her best friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that I call her my aunt. I'm like, yeah, you fucked my dad. You're my aunt now. Sorry.
Small world.
It really is. Um, drank the mushroom tea. She, like, overdosed on this mushroom tea. Like, she had never, like she didn't know, like, it was stronger than regular mushrooms or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
She just ate too much. She had done acid with Jesse, like, 2 weeks prior, and, like, her brain had like, at this point, it's, like, 2 or 3 years since she's, like, stopped doing meth or, like and she's been clean for a while off meth. Like, she's been very clean. Like, she's
Yeah.
still well, like, I don't know her alcohol date, but, like and she'll try my drinks, but she's never, like I don't
Like
know.
the heavy drinker that she was.
Yeah, she will never go back to that because she was drinking by herself. She was drinking just to be drunk, and, like, it was annoying because then she'd get suicidal, which I'm like, "It's so annoying because she'd wanna kill herself." But it was because, like, I don't know, here I am, like, trying to be, like, normal, go to school and work, and I have, like, this mom calling me and being like, "You're my only reason to live and you don't even like me." I'm like, "I do like you, but get your fucking shit together, lady."
Yeah.
And, yeah, so she drank this mushroom tea, lost her mind, like, completely lost her shit because she had been on antipsychotics because of the meth because she was hearing voices.
Mhm.
She gets all good, and then she does these psychedelics and has, like, this weird thing where she, like, was in a hotel room or something because like, they were camping when they drank this mushroom tea, and they
What?
came back, and my aunt just dropped her off at this, like, hotel, and I was like, "What?" Like, I don't
Okay.
know, and I'm in Chico. Also, I'm in Chico at this time, I'm not even fucking in Humble. I had moved away, um, while she's, like, losing her shit. And yeah, because I had to come visit her in Sempervirence, and I had to come back on the weekend. But yeah, she thought she was gonna be crazy like that forever because she was just, like, out of her mind. She went outside the hotel room and, like, it was raining, and she needed God to, like what was it? Like, clean her of her sins or something, but she went out there butt ass naked. Like and it was one of those shitty hotels, like, right on Broadway. So, like, right on
Oh, like,
Broadway.
wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, "How many fucking people saw my naked ass mother?" But, we'll never know. I do wish I saw that, but, like, as a fly, like, just, like,
Like a
not
fly on the wall
yeah,
for that moment.
yeah. I don't wanna, like, feel the embarrassment that I would feel, but I do just, like, wanna see
Like,
it. Um, yeah, but then she was in Summer Virens. Summer Virens got her hooked up with a real rehab
nice.
and got her the resources that she got into a sober living house, and she got
Nice.
into, like she got her nursing license back. She, like
How long was she in rehab?
it was, I think, 60 days, but it could have been 90.
Nice.
And yeah, I went once or twice. I know you're supposed to go more, but, I think I also maybe still live in Chico. I don't know.
And then she got her shit together slowly.
Yeah, and then she really, really started to get her shit together. Like, it was slowly, but it kinda happened, like, for how bad she was doing, kinda happened fast. I was like, "Oh, shit, you're, like, back to normal."
Wow.
And now she, like, gets paid, like, $64 an hour to do some nursing desk-y job,
Nice.
and she has her own little apartment. She just got rid of a dog. She realized she cannot be a dog mother. Um,
Didn't you what was the name of that dog
she
that
bakes
walked
sourdough.
sideways?
Layla.
Oh, that dog was weird.
Yeah. Oh, I told you about Shim. Yeah. Shim, my dad's dog.
Oh, yeah, he
He's
died.
dead.
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I killed him.
Seriously?
No, I just gave him the shot. I made the vets give him the shot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. I euthanized him. Um, his forever sleep. Anyways, yeah. Sad. But
So she just got it
yeah,
together. And
yeah.
from then on, she was sober, right?
Yeah, she's sober. She doesn't smoke. She can't smoke because it, like, messes with her. Because once you, like, kind of have, like, even me, like, I just got paranoid from weed. Like, I just got paranoid from weed. And that
Mhm.
was something that never happened because I just was too busy. I don't know, like, not giving a fuck. But now I'm like, every time I smoke, I'm like, did that, like, happen to be a cop behind me? And I'm, like, staring out the window. And I'm like, no, it's definitely not a cop. But what if it's an undercover cop? And I'm like, All right. That's kind of fucking retarded. But,
Okay.
oh, sorry. That was not very PC.
It's
Oops.
whatever.
Bleep that out.
Bleep.
um, yeah. But let me see. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think so. Because this all happened, like, my sister died 10 years ago. So this has all happened within the last 10 years. And I think her decline, like, happened very fast. Like, but it was, like, a full year after Hannah passed where she was, like, doing meth. And then she got clean off meth. And then, yeah. And then we had Sandra step up for Marcelo a lot. And she was able to, like, fully take care of him because my mom was taking care of Marcelo, but she really, like, was doing a shit job at it. Like, I'm sure in her head she, like, did good, but I'm like, you're not supposed to do drugs with kids. Like,
Right.
sorry, like, you immediately become
There's a boundary.
Yeah, you immediately go all the way to the bottom of the list because, like, Rosanna let him get attacked by a chicken, but, like, you
Oh,
did.
yeah. I
Yeah,
do
because he had to
remember.
go.
Because remember I
He
got
got fucking
infected.
spinal meningitis.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it's awful.
I thought you were joking, too, when you told me. You're like, he got attacked by a chicken, and I was like, what? I totally forgot about that.
There was always something with that kid.
I saw your mom and Marcelo at Costco one time, and she didn't recognize me. It was a long time ago, though. It was, like, maybe a year ago. And I was like, "You don't remember me?" And I was like, "I'm Angelica." And she was like, "Oh my God." And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm an adult now."
I'm an adult now.
I'm
I
not
don't
a
feel like
dumb,
an
annoying
adult.
teenager. I don't
I'm
really feel I feel like an adult, but I don't feel like this is what 27 feels like.
I'm still 26.
I know. Okay, like, yeah, for a couple more weeks. Anyway,
I'm just not
so
old like you.
okay, we'll calm down. That's just I don't feel like this is not what I envisioned 27 to be like when I was,
No.
like, 18,
No,
you know?
I thought I would, like, feel some resemblance of, like, I thought I'd feel more responsible.
I feel
Like,
like
the
we're
fact that people let
still
me do things, I'm responsible, but, like, do you know what I did last night?
Ah,
I was hungover all day today.
yeah.
I blacked out. Like, I am, like, responsible. I woke up at 4 or at 5 to, like, get to my job on time, but
Yeah, that's good. That's being an adult.
yeah.
If you're
But
gonna get fucked up the night before, you better make sure you're going to work.
oh my God. As we're talking about, what is it called?
Oh,
Functioning alcoholic.
sorry.
Oh no. No, it was I was going out with the boys.
Yeah.
Well,
So
so yeah, rednecks, blue collar workers. There's something to be said about, like, the amount that they all drink. Because, like, I will go out sometimes and I'm, like, thinking I can keep up, and I'm a 5'2", like, 150-pound girl, and they are, like, 6'4", 260-pound men. And I'm like,
big guys.
here I am. Like, oh God.
Nice.
And they're all drinking beer, and I'm, like, drinking tequila pineapple juices. So that could be my downfall.
So when you look back when your mom was on meth, it didn't like necessarily affect you as do you look back now and you're like, wow, that really did affect me? Or do you really feel like it didn't really have that big of an effect on you?
No, it did. It totally did. I don't trust a lot of people. I like I've forgiven her, but I don't ask her for help because I just don't think she's capable of doing it. And then yeah, like, I was really, really mad at her for a really long time. So I'm like, dude, how dare you, like, do all this stuff? And I felt like she was doing it to me, but in all reality, she was doing it to herself.
Right.
And like her doing drugs was never to hurt me. It was because she was hurting so bad. But I give her, like, a lot of grace, but at the same time, I'm very, very hard on her. Like, there was at one point with Greg that she, like, felt like he had, like, raped her, or he had let, like, friends come in and, like, some weird sexual thing happen. And this is when she was relapsing also. This was when that time I told you, with Sandra. Me and Sandra caught her.
Yeah.
Well, and she called me to meet her at the hospital, and I was like, "Oh, why?" And she, like, wanted to do this whole, like, thing, and I was there for her. But I remember I told her, I was like, "You will lose another daughter. Like, you will completely lose another daughter if you keep doing this. Like, I need you to get your shit together because I can't do this. Like, I cannot watch you, like, I guess, like, I don't know, yeah, like, kill yourself, but
Yeah.
also just, like" oh, sorry. Also just, like, be oh my god. Um, there we go. Be, like, a fucking lunatic, like and she was, like, gonna be a meth head that, like, was crazy. Like, she was not gonna be, like,
I
a
could see that.
chiller,
Yeah.
you
I
know?
could totally see that.
Like
But also, you were dealing with losing Hannah, too. It wasn't like it wasn't something you were going through. Like, she was the only one going through. You were going through it, too, and then now you're having to not you're obviously worried about Marcelo and dealing with Hannah, and then I gotta worry about your mom, and it's like,
yeah.
I need you, and, right now, it's more, you need me,
Mhm.
and really, I'm the child, and I need you. Because we were young, we were,
Yeah,
like, what,
16 is
16?
young. 16 is young.
Yeah.
I'm like, if yeah, of course I wanted my sister, but I didn't want my mom. Uh, it's weird that I didn't want my dad as much, but now, like, me and him are so close that, like, I think I don't know, I would say I'm equally close to both my parents now. Like, I was a lot closer with my mom, when I was that age,
Yeah, I
and
do
I
remember you guys were super close.
yeah, and we just all 3, like, did stuff with each other all the time, so,
Yeah.
like, a lot of family activity.
Yeah, definitely.
But and that I don't know. I have great family, like, morals now, like, I will, like, kill people through my family. I have great family morals. I'll kill people. Um, no, just, like yeah, we're all very, very close in the amount of, like, stuff we've all had to overcome, like, even with Nico's, like, blended family, like, we well, Nico and Sandra, obviously, but, like, we all 3 have, like, really I've grown up with them a lot. They helped me out a lot during this whole process too,
Yeah.
while, like, all having their own shit. Because like, Nico, obviously Nico's Hannah's husband, um, obviously, like, had his own, like, bouts of grief, but everyone was always going off, like, there was always something happening with other family members,
Mhm.
and, like, their grief and, like, what they were going through that I didn't really have anything to, like, "Oh, I'm just a teenager, like, I have to go to prom." Like, those were my big things that I, like I don't know, and at the same time, I didn't care because I was like, "All this stuff is fucking ridiculous."
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is the worst time of my life." I think about that a lot. I'm like, "God, yeah, high school. I had so much fun." Like, Sean will try and do that stuff all the time. I'm like, "Dude, it was fine, but, like, also I
Sean
was dealing with a
also
lot."
yeah, but Sean was also, like, on the football team, good at basketball, like, he was probably a different experience than
Are
it
you not
was.
are you saying I wasn't good at sports?
No, I'm not saying that, I didn't say that.
Are you saying I was bad at sports?
No, I didn't say that. I don't think you're bad at sports. You're better than me, I sucked. I sucked at everything I did.
We just did it because it was fun.
I just was there for the vibe, if I'm being completely honest. I actually said that the other day. I was like, I was really just there for the vibe. I wanted to go on the out of town trips.
Yeah, it's
It was
fun.
a good time.
Well, you, like, knew you sucked, dude.
Yeah,
Like, you were
they'd
just
be like, "Do you wanna go in?" I'd be like, "No."
no.
They'd be like, "Are you sure?" I'd be like, I'm sure." And then they would have to beg me. Lumberg would beg me. He'd be like, "Please just go give her a break." And I'd be like, "No." And he'd be like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'd be like, "Yeah."
Does Lundberg
Like, "Are you
work
sure?"
there anymore?
No, he moved.
That's sad.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting off
Sorry. I'm like, I
Anyway,
wonder what he
so
looks like.
let's probably the same. Anyway,
I wonder if
so
I got hot.
we've been talking about Hannah a lot, and that grief is also part of, I guess it's a different recovery journey, because grief never goes
Yeah.
away.
Or it's not
So,
something to, like
do you think there was so much going on that you didn't really have time to process
yeah.
Hannah's death?
Oh, for
So,
sure.
do you think you processed it, like, way later?
I'm, like, still processing it. Like,
Yeah.
the 10-year anniversary this year was, like, like, so hard. So hard. Like, all the other anniversaries, I'm like, "Eh." Like, we eat popcorn, we do something nice, but, like,
Yeah.
this anniversary was, like, particularly, like I don't know, just, like, mind-blowing.
What'd you guys do?
Nothing.
Just hung out?
Yeah, I think
Why was this one so much different?
it was just the the mark of, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
I think just being a whole decade, and then also, like, I've realized, like, I will have lived longer without her than I have lived with her.
Someone
So,
just said that
it's
to me
probably
today.
I was like, it was
No,
probably me because
somebody
I
else.
literally that's
Oh,
been my
no, because
quote.
it was my friend Isaac's birthday yesterday, and he died 7 years ago this year, or this year? 7 years ago? I think either almost 8? Like, yeah, he's been dead for 7 years now. He passed away in a car accident. And I was having me and Alex Dennison, who I don't know if you remember, but was transitioned to Alex Dennison, but you probably don't know him. But anyway, we were last night, we got a piece of cake and we put candles because he would have been 25 yesterday. And
Mhm.
he told me the exact same thing. Like, it's just crazy that I will be, what was it that you just said?
I will have lived longer
Yeah.
without her than I lived with her.
Yeah, and that's what he
Mhm.
was saying about him because like, he was my friend, but they were best friends.
Yeah.
And so it's actually kinda crazy that you're saying that because
Yeah,
I
well,
just
and
heard it
that's
last
just,
night.
like that's my thing is, like, I don't know, like, my Aunt Debbie, um, had to, like, put her brother died of Lou Gehrigson or something?
Mhm.
Yeah, Lou Gehrigson. Um, and it was, like, a battle, like, it was really sad. Um, but she always is like, "We'll, like, talk about him," and it's cute to think, like, I don't know, like it's not cute, I guess, it's, like, sad, but, like, even though they got, like, more time than me and Hannah got, she still, like, is, like, obviously, like, bummed that her brother didn't, like, live as long as she did,
Mhm.
and same thing with, like, I don't know, like, you're just time is so weird because, like, I don't know, I don't think, like, time heals anything because, like, some days it definitely, like, will, like, come back really hard, like, my grief, but, I think that it's, like I don't know how to explain it, like, when you put it in comparison, if you compare, like, different times of, like, "Oh, this was, like, a great time, and this was a
Mhm.
bad time," like, I don't know, it helps, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, like, it helps to kinda compare, like, I have my whole entire life that I can live without her, and I'll be okay. I mean, like, I don't know. Also, everybody dies, so, like, you just gotta, like, buck up and power on until it's, like, your time to die, I guess,
Yeah,
which sounds morbid, but, like, I
a
don't
little bit.
know.
I
Like,
think
what are you gonna
everybody's
do?
just
Just
perspective
cry
on life
about
is
everyone
different.
fucking dying all the time? Like, ugh, no. Like, you can be sad, I don't know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying is
Grieve when you
life
need to
goes
grieve.
on and it's
Yeah.
never gonna go away, but don't, like,
Don't
dwell.
ruin your
Yeah,
life because
exactly.
somebody, like, died. I don't know. It just blows my mind that people just fully stop living because that is something like when she first died, I was so upset with people for just continuing on to live. And I was like, hey, I don't know if anyone else realized it's the end of my world. Like it's completely the end of my world.
And you
Um
and your sister were really close.
yeah, yeah. She was definitely a third parent. Well, she's 9 years older than me, so
Yeah, because I remember she was older than my brother and they went to high school together because my
mhm.
brother knew her.
Yeah. Well, and it was so funny because yeah. And then it's sweet meeting people that like knew her and that like I don't know. They like say we look alike. I like that. Or like,
You
oh
guys do look alike.
yeah. Well, and I think it's so funny because so many guys will be like, especially working construction, will be like, oh, I knew your sister. She was so sweet. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? Was she? Because I can't imagine her, but like the way I am towards men, I'm like, she wasn't bitchy. Like she was just nice to you guys. She was sweet. Like I'm so rude to guys sometimes. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
knew Hannah and she was nice, but, like, I also knew
Yeah, you know,
the
like the
side
older
of
sister
yeah,
version.
of Hannah where
Which
she's kinda evil.
yeah, she called me fat. Like,
Yeah. I remember breaking into her house when she lived, like, on E Street,
mhm,
and I remember when she bought us alcohol when we went camping freshman year.
yeah,
So it was, like, awesome that you had a sister that was over 21.
I know
It
that
was
was
great.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, and I think about it now because like I'm 26 and Aisha's 14. I would never buy him alcohol. Like maybe when he's like in high school as like a junior or senior. But even then I'm gonna be older, so it's gonna be like,
Yeah, I don't think that I would buy somebody in high school alcohol.
ugh, I think I would do it
I
for, like, a
wouldn't want
special
that on my
occasion.
conscience.
Fuck you, dude. It's like
Well, what if
prom and they're
something
gonna, like, go,
happens?
"Oh, get over it."
And
I
what
don't
if
know.
they snitch me out?
You're gonna
I don't
believe
think I know
children?
anybody in high school
Also,
anyway.
what kids are you selling to
Well,
that
that's
would
what I'm
fucking
saying is, like, I don't
snitch
think
you
I know any
out?
kids in high school
Don't
anyway.
fucking sell to snitches. If my brother snitched me out, oh my God.
I'd be like, "Just tell them."
I just got angry with him. This is a made up scenario.
How do you cope with Hannah not being here? Like, do you have any coping mechanisms or anything that helps you
I go to Thailand once a year
for a month?
for a month. No, I think just like being really like, if I feel sad, I let it pass. Like I let it come all the way through. I sit with it and then I like get it out. Because I don't like to hold on to it, but I will ignore things. So like if I can feel like things mounting and mounting, like I haven't cried over Shim yet. Like I
Mhm.
cried a little bit, but like I haven't really missed him. Like I do,
Right.
but I can just feel a cry coming. Like usually I can just feel
Yeah.
a cry coming. So I think crying helps. And then also like, I don't know, like I stay really busy. I stay really active. And like on the days where I don't have a lot going on, um, and I like feel that overwhelming grief, I yeah, like honor it, I guess. Honor it, say hi to it.
Feel it.
Yeah. And
You just
then
feel your feelings.
yeah, I'll have days where I like bed rot though. And I don't think that's all grief. Like that's maybe like a little seasonal depression there.
Mhm.
But definitely like I don't know, I'll just be sad. Or I will go and like I don't know, like I go to festivals and I go to parties and I do all those things. And like every new country that I go see, I take like I spread Hannah's ashes in Thailand this year, and then uh I will
They let
take her
you
with
take
me.
her ashes
Uh,
on the plane?
yeah, yeah. They just swab it for like bomb stuff.
Really? I
Yeah,
thought that you had to have, like, a special permit or
I thought so
something.
too, but like it was fine.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Everybody
Yeah,
makes it sound like you have to have, like, permission. And I guess there's, like, places where you have to have permission to, like, spread people's ashes and stuff.
yeah. I actually broke her urn. Actually,
The little one that you had?
no, the one I have was metal. I broke the one that Nico and Sandra gave me before
How'd you do that?
I put it on a rock while I was spreading. Like I put her on a rock. And then I walked away and like go spread it and I like have this magical moment. And I came back and it fell off the fucking rock and it's like in between these like two tide pool rocks. And I had to stick my hand in this hole. Yeah, I haven't told Nico and Sandra yet. I'm gonna be yeah. So she's also was and then I was like the rock was like a little bit away from the water. So like then her ashes are just in this fucking hole. So then I like brought buckets of water to like try and wash them down. It was a shit show. I thought it was gonna be a good moment. And
Oh my
that's the thing.
gosh.
Like sometimes they're just not. They're just
Yeah.
not. Oh, well, and
You know, though,
also,
I don't think
did
Hannah
you
would be
know
mad.
did you know that she would probably be mad because I was like pretty tipsy when I did it.
Oh, great.
Um but like I didn't blow it over. I didn't drop it. She probably wanted to be out of that fucking jar. It was ugly. Anyways. Fuck, I just had a thought in it.
You said, "Did you know?"
I know, did you know? Oh, when you put ashes in the water, the bones, like, sink.
No.
Like, I was spreading ashes and they just immediately sank. They didn't, like,
Oh,
float
like, they
away.
didn't, like, flow, like,
No.
with the rain of the river, like,
Yeah, no, they just, like,
they just
sink. Yeah.
like a rock.
Yes.
Like,
Um,
bloom.
and so you're, like, wanting to, like, go, and it's just, like, you could see, like, a pile of white, like, little bone
Oh,
dust.
bone fragments. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. That is interesting.
Yeah, fun fact for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way to cope. I don't know. Feel it. Do things.
that's good. And yeah, it sounds like you're still spreading her ashes like every little way that you go somewhere. Like, because I know you go to Thailand, but other places do you ever take her?
Did we take her to Hawaii? I don't think we took her to Hawaii, but Mexico for Emma's wedding. I want to throw some of her there.
Do you think that's something that you're always gonna do?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
way to
like
like
it
kind of
'cause, like,
honor her.
yeah, well, she doesn't like get to go anywhere 'cause she's dead. Um, so I'm like, come on, girl. I have a cute picture of us in one of the hostels I stayed in. I have her in my hand like this. And I took a mirror selfie.
Oh, yeah.
I sent it to my mom.
Honestly, I would do something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
have so Daisy, she came over and it was like when I first got her
Oh, I remember
ashes.
the story, yeah.
And I was like, "You wanna look at Hannah?" Because yeah, I would just like open it up and look at it. So I was like,
I remember
what
you
if I just
like,
I
snorting
wouldn't.
her?
I wouldn't.
Oh.
But I do have that morbid thought. Like every time I'm like, what if I just like ate it a little bit? Like just
That was, like, on My Strange Addictions. Like, that
that
was the
she like
thing.
ate
This
her
lady would
husband's
eat her
ashes.
husband's ashes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was I
See, I don't really want to eat my sister's ashes. I might eat my husband's ashes
Oh, yeah.
or wife's.
Totally
But
get that. It's like they're inside of you.
yeah, I don't want my sister to be inside of me.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, totally. Checks out. Awesome, yeah.
Awesome, yeah. No, but I don't know. I think that's. Is there anything other? Oh, I started I put her bookmark up in my car the other day. Oh, it's been up there for a minute now. But yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Nice. Do you ever think about the what ifs? Like,
No.
what if she didn't know?
I don't like to do that because it's like torture.
It just makes you sad.
Yeah, because like it's mostly Marcelo's like what ifs,
Right.
and I don't want to like that child that he could have became is also like something to grieve. Because yeah, it's just the what ifs like are a nice like fairy tale land, but I don't really like to live there. It's just not. I don't know. It's yeah. No, I don't like to do the what ifs. Because then also I'm like really, really, really grateful for the family that I do have now, and like Sandra is like a huge like I was about to say root, but that's not the right word. Like a huge like rock in my life, I guess, like a just big ass boulder. I don't know. Um, and so like without obviously Hannah dying, then I want to have Sandra and I want to have Mariana and I want to have Sebastian and Vivian and all like my nieces and nephews, and we wouldn't have the family that we do now. And that is something I'm truly grateful for because like I like our weird little family dynamic.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how it all turned out.
Yeah. So Nico's like the widower? Yeah. And the new wife and the what was that? Like the dead wife's family. Like
Mhm.
when we all three all three come together, it's like a lot of fucking family. When we are everyone calls like the kids all know my mom and my dad as grandma and grandpa, and they are like honestly like the number one grandma and grandpa as well. And Lewis died, so my grandpa or my dad went up.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
yeah,
That's nice though to have that really big blended extended family.
it is. I like it. And when I think it's funny when people tell me I look like Mariana, my niece, because I'm like, yeah, twins, and like we're not
Yeah.
blood related at all. But people think that me and Sandra will look like sometimes. I think it's just because we hang out together.
Yeah. Is there anything that you wish you could have known about grief when you were going through it, like at the very beginning? Like, when now looking back, is there anything that you would want to tell yourself?
Yeah, go to therapy. I mean, I still need to go to therapy. Like, I still haven't gone to therapy.
Really?
No, no. I have gone to a couple therapists, but I only make it like gone to 3 different therapists, and I only make it to the third like date, or, like the third thing, and then I'm like, I'm healed. Like, you guys are annoying me.
And then you find out you're like, actually, I need help.
Yeah, which just something better coping mechanisms because I also I'm like I use partying as like a very big escape
Coping
and like
mechanism.
but I'm like I am a party planner and like I don't go out every weekend. I go out for certain events.
Well,
So
that's
that's
good.
kind of I don't know. When I was younger, it was definitely like I just want to get fucked up. And so
Right.
now it's like, let's have a like schedule night of fuckery.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. Therapy probably. It's always good to learn skills to like because I didn't know what panic attacks were. I didn't know I was having panic attacks for years.
Do you think your mental health was overlooked in that time frame?
Oh yeah.
Or like maybe you didn't even know like what you were feeling and nobody really
Nobody knew how to help
noticed
me.
or yeah.
Nobody knew how to help me because I did very, very good at hiding it. And like I still do, but I do ask for help now. I'm like, I'm sad. Come hang out with me. But yeah, no. When like, yeah, it was. I don't know. I probably needed like a hug from like someone so much. I was very angry. I was very like, the fuck is this? And why is this my life?
Yeah.
Every day, 24/7. So yeah, therapy and like maybe a stable house. That would have been nice. That would have been really nice.
Do you think that Hannah passing away changed you as a person and who
Mhm.
the person you were like could have been in a sense? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the person I'm meant to be is like whoever I will be, but like I don't know. I definitely stopped seeing like so much happiness and like I was always happy go lucky and then I was like happy no lucky.
right.
And it was like really um I don't know. Like I had to grow up too fast. I had to grow up way too fast. It was like way too much for like a 16-year-old brain to handle. Um and so I just really really like I don't know. What was the question again?
Do you feel like Hannah passing away changed you as a
Oh, yeah,
person?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just the growing up factor. And then like I am cold. I am just cold. Like
I feel like you
I
were kind of cold before she died, though, too.
was
I
I?
think that yes and no. I feel like the way that like you're just how you were.
Mm,
Like you were always happy, or but you were always very just blunt,
yeah.
and then you just became even more blunt and more just
Yeah,
cold.
I
Yeah.
ain't got no time for pussyfooting around.
Is there
That's what I say to the
anything
boys at work.
that any advice or anything to anyone that could be going through like what you went through with your grief and
Mm.
or having a parent or family member with substance abuse?
Oh my god, I guess like ask for help when you need it. Like if anything with my mom's like meth addiction is I called her parents. Like I called the people that were other adults that like could help me cuz like
Mhm.
I could not. Bitch, I had jet lag. Like, no, I was not. And I like was making her food and like buying, like trying to get her to eat so bad. And I will never, ever, ever feel like that with my parents again. Like, unless they're old and like need help trying to like live. But
Right.
like, that's a different story. But, oh yeah. And so this just popped in my head, but my dad is like had to watch like my aunt's been in the hospital for like 20 days.
Mhm.
And so it's like his older sister and he's had to like watch her be sick and like I held him for the first time and like he cried in my arms and I have not seen him like do that since like Hannah died probably like where he like needed me to comfort him. And it was like a nice like moment. It wasn't anything crazy. It was like it felt good to be like of service in that time where like all he needed was a hug. Um he knew how to ask for one. But I think before like I didn't. He didn't know how to ask for a hug.
Right.
Yeah, so I think advice is like I don't know. And again, it's like what I was saying. Like everyone's gonna have to have their sibling die. Like he's a 54-year-old man, and he's like scared because his sister's in the hospital. Like that's adorable, but also like I don't know, just very real. Like I don't know, sibling love. But what I would say to someone who's going through things, don't be a bitch. No, just kidding. Uh,
Sarah.
I'm just kidding. But no, honestly, don't sit in your sorrow and just like sulk. That was a lot of S's. Sit in your sorrow and sulk. Don't do that. And like, yeah, even if you don't want to, just get up every day and do something. Something.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you for coming on to my podcast and sharing your
Thanks.
story. Sorry if we
Yeah.
got a little bit off topic,
Oh
everyone.
my gosh.
But I
I'm
mean,
so
now you can
sorry.
see a real representation of how we actually are off camera a little bit.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. See you guys next time.
Bye.